Well, I believe in our guys. I'm very happy and very pleased with how we performed this week, and it's been a good practice this week. So, what questions do you have? Okay, sorry. Oops, that's John Harbaugh's introduction, not mine. Welcome into the show, everyone. I hope everyone is doing well on this Friday evening. I'm glad that we made it through another week. Happy that you all are here. So, Purple Friday Q&A. I hope you have your questions ready and your popcorn because it's sure to be a fun show. Hendo, how are you tonight?
Mm-hmm. I'm all right. How are you?
I am doing great. It is Friday and
Mm-hmm.
we made it. Long week, but we are here. And it was a long week, I guess, because we didn't have any football last weekend. So,
Yeah.
no Ravens football for a while. So now it's like, come on, hurry
I mean,
up.
do we really have football coming up? I'm not really excited for Sunday.
Come on now, let's stop that. Would you rather us have the Ravens and the Giants, which, like you said last night, really isn't a game, but would you rather have the Ravens and Giants, or would you rather have absolutely nothing? Exactly. All right. Well, family, welcome in again. I want to say hello to 86 Ghost, Osmond. I see my two of my channel members. Thank you for being here. Big Reg and Dre Too
Chico.
Tough. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Look, I hope a certain someone comes tonight to this stream. I hope he shows up because it's his birthday. And he let us know last night that tonight is his birthday. And we said we would do a birthday shout out to him. So, yes, this is a vertical live stream. If you are new, welcome. If you are just now joining, do us a favor. Double tap that thumbs up. Double tap it twice, no matter if you're watching on my channel or if you are watching on Hendo's. We want to say a word of thanks. You guys have been rocking with us. Hendo says that. You guys have been rocking with us. So I decided to just borrow, not steal, borrow that.
I thought we had a conversation about that earlier.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So you guys have been rocking with us since December 1st. And we are 13 days into this 31-day challenge where we produce content every day on our respective channels. So Jeff J,
Almost
Jeff J, Sean Coles, another two wonderful channel members. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Hendo looks bothered. Yeah,
I
but
am bothered. I'm
but
bothered. 13 days. What do we do? 10 streams? 11? 11 streams in
I
13
mean,
days?
Big Reg, but tell me the truth. When does Hendo not look like he's just, you
When the
know?
Ravens are winning. When they're
No,
winning
even
games.
still, I disagree. Even still, you find a way to kind of. I don't think it's Ferris's birthday. I think his birthday
That's,
was last month.
that's right, Ghost. I was doing a Brady Bunch thing.
Mm.
That's what I
Exactly.
feel like. I feel like I'm boxed in, like, let me out.
Oh, in
Uh,
the vertical live stream. Listen, we're
yeah,
just trying to do things different, see what works, see what people like during this month, and we will resume our normal weekly live streams next month. But this month we just said, hey, why not? But yes,
that's
it
right.
is.
I
It
will go back
is.
to my normal schedule in January.
No, Sean Coles, don't go to sleep. That's okay.
I feel
If
you.
you go,
I
if you
feel
go to
you. I
sleep,
feel you, Sean.
I know, I know. We're gonna try and
Um,
keep it as entertaining for the home team as we can. Connector. I see you. Thanks for being here. Yes, Agnes. She said, keep
What's
going,
going
y'all.
on?
We are. Agnes, thank you. We appreciate the encouragement. Some days we're like, oh, I'm tired. But nope. We gave our word, and that's what we're gonna do. D Weezy is in the house. Good evening, D Weezy. Yeah, good evening. All right.
That's
So
right.
if you have questions for us, please feel free to ask your questions. Brent, I see you there. How are you?
What's going on?
I think the first question has come in from Ravens Roost. How do you feel if the game does end up being close and a Ravens win? Hendo?
I would be indifferent about it all. I mean, we're coming off a bye. Some guys may still be in vacation mode. We normally play down to the competition, so we may not look as dominant as we should be. But I mean, as long as we get this win, that's all I'm worried about. We need to get back on track. We've lost 2 out of our last 3 games. We are 2 games behind the Pittsburgh Steelers in the loss column. So I think we need to get things ramped up. We need to get some consistency going, especially because next week we take on those hated Steelers. So I can't wait until this time next week.
I would feel I'd feel a little bit insecure about our team. Each week I'm trying to build some confidence that we really can do amazing things this year, including but not limited to make it to the Super Bowl and beat those Lions, because I really think the Lions are making it this year. But I do. I do. I mean, the Eagles might give them a run for their money, but I think that if you look throughout the whole roster from top to bottom, I think a more complete, balanced, and team that's been playing consistently and just really looks good, well coached, would be to me the Lions from the NFC. But I would
They
be.
didn't have all the injuries.
I know, they're
And
stacking up
without
now.
all now, if Aiden Hutchinson was still in that defense,
Ooh,
along with the addition of Zadarius Smith,
yeah,
yeah, I'd feel more secure. But we'll find out
we
Sunday
will.
because Sunday they take on the Buffalo Bills.
Yeah,
So
that's going to
we'll
be a
kind of
good
get a
litmus test for them.
gauge. Yeah,
Yeah,
we'll see.
it's going to be a good litmus test for the Lions. Can really see. I mean, but the Bills, they've been good, but I mean, they've had some games where they look terrible, like i.e. against the Ravens, but it was early. But going back to your question, I think I would be, I would start to feel more insecure. And I'm trying to come back from that insecure feeling that I had about our team to say, like,
Mhm.
we have the players, we have the personnel, we really do, to get the job
Right.
done. Messy, gritty, all of that, but we can still get it done. Might not be pretty, but it's us. I think we can. But if we have a very close game to the Giants, even if we win, I'll be
Mhm.
happy, obviously, for the win, and certainly want us to come out of that game healthy. Going into MetLife Stadium,
Right.
that's first and foremost. But it'll leave me feeling a little shaky. I'll say that as a Ravens fan.
Uh-oh.
Dish
There you go.
there. Oh, the birthday. Okay, I'm gonna get
There
to
you
him.
go.
I'm gonna get to him. Deshaun, 86. Good evening. Why did the Dolphins did not want to let go of Calais Campbell? He's 38 and he's still producing. I mean, he's in rotation. He's not at 38. I don't expect him to be the go-to guy. But if they can rotate him in and he contributes, he blocks some passes, he's able to deflect some why not? Why not keep him? So, what do you
Glad
think,
they kept
Hendo?
him. I'm glad they kept him. Listen, I don't need false hope. People have been wanting Calais Campbell back for a couple of years now, and I think that people tend to forget that even during his last 2 years with us, his play started to decline, especially as far as pass rushing goes. Yes, he can help stop the run. He can block some passes at the line of scrimmage, but we have run defenders. Whose spot is he going to take? I mean, rotationally, because he is 38, like you said. I don't think that he moves the needle by him being let go. I think it's the other person that they actually did let go of that is causing a stir with Ravens fans. And I'm seeing
Mm,
way too many people talking about bring him back home, come back with that Park Heights strut. And I'm just like, for what?
the name of
Why?
yeah. No, I agree. That's one of my questions. So I have my questions. Please, if you're just now joining us, welcome. Thank you for being here. Make sure that you drop your questions in the chat for us. Hendo and I
Mm,
will answer just about anything. But in terms of
I
Odell
ain't
Beckham
seen it.
Jr., in terms of OBJ,
Mhm.
let us know in the chat. And if you are watching this on replay, thank you. Leave a comment down below. What are your thoughts about OBJ returning or being reunited with the Baltimore Ravens? Hendo?
Kick rocks in flip flops with no socks.
With no socks.
With no socks. That's how I feel.
Oh,
I mean, listen, we people were hyped up last season. People were hyped up last season when we signed OBJ, and we tried to tell you. I tried to tell you. Listen, he's coming off of an injury that kept him out for a full year. He's not going to be the OBJ that was in New York. He's not even going to be the one that was in Cleveland. He's going to come in and be a rotational piece. People thought he was going to come in to be a number one, and right now, and I understand scheme fits as far as the Dolphins go. and you have Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle in front of you, but you couldn't get on the field. You have 9 catches for 55 yards on the entire season. And I understand that you've been injured, but even last season with us, he had 35 catches, 535 yards, and 3 touchdowns. And for the most part, the biggest issue with him was he didn't play the majority of the second halves and the fourth quarters of games. The games that we probably need him the most, he wasn't playing because he couldn't have been counted on. And I think the biggest factor and the biggest detriment for me, for him, is the playoff game. When he went to Lamar, it's like, yo, I need you to do something. What you gonna do? Like, bruh, you are a veteran. You are a star in this league. You should say, get me the darn ball and let's go make something happen. You don't look at your quarterback and say, well, what you gonna do, bruh? How you gonna help us win? I'm gonna be sitting on the bench watching, but what are you gonna do? So for me, I just think, it's blown way out of proportion. We've added wide receivers. Like, we've added a bunch of wide receivers that have added up to nothing so far this year.
That would be my point. That's what I was going to say. Excuse me. That's what I was going to say.
Yes, I'm sorry. This is live. I don't know what people
Yes.
come here. People come here and be like, is it live or is it
Is
Memorex?
this live? Yeah.
Yeah, we're
Is
live.
this thing
Is
on?
this thing
Yeah.
on?
This thing on?
Is this
Yes.
thing on?
We
Is
are
this thing on?
live. We are live. Just testing out some different things during this month of December because we said, why not? So yes, we are live. It is a vertical live
Yes.
stream. So do us a huge favor. Go ahead and double tap that thumbs up button for us wherever you're watching my channel, Hendo's, or both simultaneously. Go ahead and hit the like button for us. Helps us out a ton. That was going to be my
Brady
point.
Bunch.
That was going to be my point. Bring him in for what? We already have what seems to be a disjointed offense right now. We will hopefully get back on track with this Giants win. I'm speaking it into existence now to really kind of start to see them bond, gel, and work cohesively. Because when you have disgruntled players, i.e., players who've just been suspended at the wide receiver role, like, what are we going to bring in OBJ to do? And if we did decide to bring him in, who leaves? Do we get rid of Deontay Johnson?
We're not getting rid of Deontay Johnson.
Exactly. So now you have yet another wide receiver on top of an already upset, disgruntled wide receiver room. We've seen Zay Flowers be unhappy and voice his displeasure. Rashad Bateman. Now, most recently, Deontay Hart. I want to call that man Deontay Hardy so bad. Deontay Johnson.
Who that? Who Deontay Hardy?
The one that did nothing for it. But anyway, move on. Let me move on. Let me stay focused. But now we bring in Odell Beckham Jr., who we quote unquote stashed last year for the playoffs. We wanted to limit his snaps, and we knew he had an injury a year or so prior, and we wanted to gently integrate him into the system. Well, by the last week of the season, we still had not integrated him fully. So, I'm not really keen on bringing him back. Just not. We do have a question from 86 Ghost. How do you feel about our drafting prospect in April? Can we help ourselves? I'll start with that. And I say, I think we can help ourselves. And I have not taken a really close look at draft prospects other than, your big names, Shador and so forth. But our need, to me, is offensive line, unless we handle it in free agency. So I don't know how many really good draft picks or draft prospects are coming up this in this draft in terms of O-linemen, but we could use some edge rushers too. But my problem with that, though, is what we have right now. I want to see the Ravens balance these positions, a mix of veteran and rookie. So don't go into the draft just selecting all rookie at one position and think that, oh, we're going to be fine. No, we're not. We tried that experiment this year with our offensive line and it didn't work. Hendo?
How do I feel about us drafting?
How do you feel? Do we think that we can help ourselves in April?
Of course we could help ourselves. The question is, are we going to help ourselves? And the answer is no. what's going to happen, and I said this during last year's draft when we drafted Nate Wiggins, I said they're looking for the exodus for Brandon Stevens. They're preparing for him to go because they're not going to give him the money if he plays well. They were looking for his replacement, TJ Tampa. Then TJ Tampa does not get on the field. Brandon Stevens struggles. Arthur Millette was a bust, like I told you he was going to be. So now they're going to look to shore up the cornerback position. Then they're going to look to shore up the safety position and find that third safety. So offensive line is going to be a secondary issue because, once again, like we said before in past streams, Eric DeCosta said the offensive line will be better in about a year or so. So he's banking on everybody making improvements on his offensive line. Now, the question is Ronnie Stanley going to demand a bag? Because if he does, now left tackle is going to be an issue of concern, which adds to another problem that we have. And Eric DeCosta has shown us throughout the years he's going to draft somebody that we really don't need, that we're not going to utilize. I'm sure 3rd round, we're going to get a long snapper. 4th round, pick up 2 water boys and maybe a towel girl. I don't know. But I don't think that we will be in position to help ourselves because Eric DeCosta loves to draft positions that don't really matter too much in the NFL. As you look at the Philadelphia Eagles and what they did, they go for defensive line and offensive line. They shored up those 2 positions and then they built from the inside out. We don't do that. We just pick around the board and hope that something sticks. So we're going to get a bunch of draft picks that aren't going to play. They're going to come in either injured or just not ready or developed. They're going to get another backup quarterback because they need somebody to place Johnson because he can't play forever. So, yeah, I don't think we're going to help ourselves out at all.
I want to take a moment here, and I do see some other questions. Well, listen, I go through each comment because they're all important, but I want to take a moment to send a huge birthday shout out. I don't have a birthday emoji. I need to get one or create one. But anyway, a huge happy birthday to Rave Kingdom. Thank you for being here. We're celebrating your birthday with you. I hope you're having a fantastic birthday. And like you said, icing on the cake this Sunday would be to see more than just a random sighting of Ben Cleveland. Also with us tonight, celebrating a birthday tomorrow, my mama. Happy birthday, Mom. Let everyone know in the chat, please give a shout out to Rave Kingdom on his birthday today. And for my mom, her birthday is tomorrow. And if you are celebrating a birthday this month, we don't want to leave you out. Let us know if you're comfortable. Let us know when your birthday is, and we'll make sure to shout you out. So I see all the love.
You know what's coming, right?
Uh-oh. What's coming?
You know what's coming. Capricorn season.
Oh, yeah.
We start the year, we end the year. And David, I am from Baltimore. Not Baltimore, Baltimore. I'm from Baltimore, Maryland, East Coast.
Yeah, spam the chat with birthday love for those celebrating birthdays in the month of December. Yes, I can't wait to watch them either. Agnes, it feels like it's been a long time. And I'm with you, Brandon. Hey there. Hope you're doing all right. I would be angry. I think I would be very upset. And I tend not to get upset like that too often, but Hendo and I might live stream the game. We'll talk about it, off camera.
We are not live streaming that game.
Because it would be funny. Wait, this would provide extreme comical value. This really would, because I normally don't get upset like that. And if I did on camera, talk about a good laugh. That would be.
Listen, we lose to the Giants. I might not be able to contain my mouth.
Let us know in the chat.
You don't want that. You don't want that. You don't want that military speak. And I talk like a drunken sailor. Like, yeah, you don't want that.
I would just have to ask my mom to
skip that one.
Skip over that live stream.
Yeah.
But yes, confident. Praveen. I'm not going to even try to get the last name because I probably would mess it up. So Praveen, thanks for being here. Are we confident? Good question. Of a Ravens victory? Then that is a 100%. Really good question.
100%. 100%. There's no way we're losing this game. No way we're losing this game. I don't care if Josh Johnson was a quarterback. It's no way we lose this game. I put that on everything. Like, this has got to be the worst team in the league by far. The worst team. They are horrible, and they have a lot of injuries. They've lost their starting linebacker, starting defensive tackle, starting cornerback. Like, they have pieces that are missing that are valuable to them even at 2-11. So yeah, listen, we got the best player on the planet in the NFL. We got Derrick Henry. We got Kyle Hamilton. Come on now. No, I'm confident.
All right. Okay. Question. This is a question that I had. We did not. I asked yesterday in the live stream. If you missed it, I'll be sure to link it down in the description box below. So go ahead and check that live stream out from last night, where Hendo and I previewed the upcoming game against the Giants. One question I asked last night was, name one offensive player who you really want to see shine, and we discussed that last night. But I did not ask, name a defensive player for the Ravens who you want to have an amazing game, who needs to have an outstanding game. Who would it be? Hendo.
I told you last night, Odafe Owe.
I
This is
know,
his
but
last opportunity to get 2 sacks to get to 10. This is his last opportunity. He's not sacking Russell Wilson. He's not sacking CJ Stroud.
we don't
He's
know
not
that.
sacking.
No, wait,
He's
wait, wait a minute.
not
You're
sacking.
saying that
He's
a little
not
too
sacking James
confidently.
Winston.
I need you to, like, not say that with so much,
Because he gets
fervor.
sacks and then he disappears for 5 games. So his next sack could be in the playoff and it won't count towards his total for this year. So he needs to get those 2 sacks, get to double digits, so we can give him his flowers and keep it pushing.
Rave said Odell is better than Daniel Falele. Okay, listen, I'm
He
done.
ain't, he ain't, he
I'm
ain't never
done.
lied. He ain't never lied.
It
Except
would
me.
be you. It would be you to agree with him.
Never lied.
But okay, I'm gonna have to skip through some of the comments. I appreciate this, but like I don't read super fast. Hey Rod Wave. Glad
It's
you're here.
not.
I take my time. I take my time through comments. But um my player, my
Hawk TV.
defensive, my
I'm sorry.
defensive. No, go ahead, Hendo. What were you gonna say?
Oh no, I just said, oh no, Hawk TV. He said he's in the minority, but bring back OBJ.
Oh, let me get to that. Hey Philip. Hey there.
Oh,
Wait, there was someone else.
but you were talking
EDC
about
is,
your defensive player.
yeah, I know, but DeWeezy brought this comment up. So you didn't want me to go to this one because this involves you doing a live stream. See that? That would be really good. That might be fire for us. That's why you wanted me to skip over it. Thank you, DeWeezy.
Oh,
That's a
I didn't even see it. I'm sorry. No,
oh
that's not why.
okay, because it just involves you doing a live stream. We would live stream
Well,
with Ferris because he does a play-by-play. And I don't know if he's doing a play-by-play this Sunday, but assuming he is, that could be something we might look into. We
well,
might look into that.
I can
Hey,
guarantee you
Agent
that your mom, what's up, Agent E? Your mom should not watch that stream.
Mama,
Ferris does not have control of his facilities. Like he cannot stop his mouth from saying things.
Mom, you've been forewarned that if we decide to stream on Sunday, I probably would ask and advise you as gingerly as I
Yeah.
can not to watch that one. But
Listen, Ferris is a California New Yorker.
John Parsons, hey there. I saw that Jason Pierre-Paul is interested in a comeback, and the Ravens were named as a potential team. He'd be a good depth piece. JPP, Hendo, what would be your say in bringing him back?
Shout out Big Reg. Um, no, for what? He didn't do much with us when he was here the first time. He
Yeah.
hasn't played all season. I don't think he played last year. Like he's not in football shape. And of course he would be linked to the Ravens because the Ravens have some deficiencies on defense. Now, Devondre Campbell from the 49ers was also linked to the Ravens. But we've
Mm,
already had one person who quit on the team. We don't
yeah.
need another. Like I
Yeah.
think we need to roll with the guys that we actually have that know the playbook, that have built continuity together. So JPP, you've had a wonderful career, won a Super Bowl.
It's time.
It's time. Like
Yeah. Yeah.
it's time.
Agreed. We have someone else who has a birthday. Thank you, Daniel Hall, for sharing. Birthday is the day before Christmas, on Christmas Eve, for those who celebrate. Happy early birthday to you, Daniel. Thank you for
Happy
being here. I
birthday.
wish you a very, very happy and
Oh
birthday,
man,
blessed birthday. We have a
man. That,
question.
that mean you ain't getting no gifts on Christmas. Like they
Yes,
com
he
they
does.
combine the 2 holidays. Like that's not right. If my
Oh,
birthday is this day and Christmas is that day, I need my birthday gifts and I need my Christmas gifts.
but
I
even if
don't
what
need you to
happens
say
if you, I'm sorry, what happens if your birthday happens to land on Christmas? Then what do you do?
you still get 2 separate gifts,
All
sets of
right.
gifts. You get two separate sets. Like, no,
You
we're
get
celebrating this day and we're celebrating this day. Combine them, hit me up.
Daniel, make sure that you place that demand on your family, your friends. Like, hey,
It's too late now. It's too late
no, it's
now.
not. It's never
You,
too
you
late.
might,
It's
you might,
never
you
too
might
late to
be grown.
start.
You might be grown now that time has passed.
No, even if you are, I would, if it were me and I was watching the stream and I was like, hey, you know what? I've been kind of, gypped out of some gifts here for these last few years. Again, you guys make sure to give me 2 gifts. We do have another question. And while we are going through the live stream, if you have questions, please make sure to ask your questions in the chat. Hendo and I will answer just about anything. Lonely Therapy wants to know, did you see the article of the most betrayed quarterback? And I said Lamar Jackson is the most betrayed quarterback. I did not see it. I think I read
And
somewhere about
glance.
it. But what about you, Hendo? What are your thoughts on that?
I mean, I glanced over it. I didn't really read it. I don't need to see an article to find out that he's the most betrayed quarterback just simply because of the weapons that has been placed around him. You have a franchise quarterback, and no shade to him because I like him. I wanted them to draft him. I wanted them to draft them in Zay Flowers and Rashad Bateman. And Zay is going to turn out to be that number one that the Ravens have always been looking for. He may be the first drafted wide receiver in the Ravens history to make the Pro Bowl, but truthfully, the Ravens have not given him what he's needed. They've given him some fine weapons. We finally got Derrick Henry, so that's good, but he's on the older side.
Yeah.
You've wasted 6 years of his career where you could have put people around him to make him even better sooner. Because right now, we still don't know the height of Lamar Jackson. If you just said before the season started, at this point of the season, Lamar would have 29 touchdowns and 3 interceptions, people would have been like, oh, cool, whatever. But when you see it, you're like, man, he's even better than before. So if you'd have gotten him a T. Higgins and a Jamar Chase, imagine what he's doing. Because Joe Burrow's leading the league in yardage and touchdowns, barely over Lamar Jackson with no weapons. So if Lamar had those weapons,
Yeah.
he would be setting passing records throughout this league. So yes, the organization has failed him. The coaching staff has failed him because John Harbaugh has refused to bring in offensive-minded coaches that are keen on today's NFL. Now, Todd Monken is decent. He's a lot better than Greg Roman when it comes to the passing scheme. But as far as organizationally, when you have that guy and you know he's your guy for at least the next 5 to 10 years, you surround him with as much as possible. And we still continue to look for defense instead of protecting him and getting him weapons. So yeah, they failed him miserably.
Have a question for
Uh,
you, Hendo. Are your eyes
they
brown?
yes, they are. I wish I
So,
had my mother's eyes. My mother has hazel eyes that change color to green. Like yeah, she got something special. I wish I had them. I'd have been tearing it up in high school.
okay. Yeah. My nephew has those eyes that change colors. Sometimes they're green, sometimes they're brown.
That's crazy.
It is. Question from 86 Ghost. He wants to know. So y'all
Lord.
streaming on Christmas? That is a great question, and I'm glad you asked, Hendo.
That's
I'd like an answer to the question. We're answering questions. He asked a question.
I gave you 3 games for the rest of the year. We've done Philly.
You
You have
have to
2 more games.
you have to answer his question. That's what we're here for. We're here to answer
Yeah,
questions.
yes, we're streaming the Christmas Day game. We will be
Okay.
there.
Okay. We are streaming the Christmas Day game. So there you have it. David, hey there. Keaton Mitchell should be the one to show out. For one, the king gets to rest. Good point. I didn't think about that. And the dude can ball. I mean, I would like him, to show out, yes. But I'm thinking about, MetLife, thinking about that field. And I would want him to, take his time. But even if he doesn't show out, at least get some touches at running back. Okay, wait. I have to catch up.
Ah,
I have to
nah,
catch
big
up.
woke, big woke, big woke, big woke.
Oh, big whoa. I'm going to get to him because we have another question right before his. So let me go to this. Oh, sorry. There we go. Philip wants to know, y'all think we're going to see a change in this O-line on Sunday? Hendo.
Negative. Your man already said, I don't see a reason to make a change. And he sticks with his guys. He's loyal. One thing I will say about John Harbaugh is he is loyal to his guys to a fault. We know that Makari is not the best option at left tackle. We know that Faalele is not the best, right guard. Faalele is not the best option at right guard, but he sticks with them through thick and thin and makes every excuse under the sun for him. So I don't really see them making a change. If they do make a change, what's going to happen is Ben Cleveland may get 10 to 15 snaps this game, just moving him around. That's the only change that I see. But as far as starting someone else, it's not happening because he wants his guys to look good. Like they're going up against a defense that's not going to put any pressure on the quarterback. So of course you're going to put your guys in to make them look a lot better than they really are. So you can say, see, I told you we didn't need to make a change. Look how good they looked. So I don't foresee one.
I don't think there's going to be a change either. And if there is, for some reason, I could be way off with this one, but for some reason, I'm thinking that we'll see Josh Jones out there a bit.
Turnstile, okay.
For what? I don't know, but
So
that
he can
would
say
be.
he made it. So he can say he made a change. See, guys, I did it.
I did make a change.
Slight
Yeah,
change.
there you go. Yeah. So
We don't need
look,
turnstile though. New York subway turnstile. We don't need him. It's like he just lets them run through for free. They don't have to pay a toll. They just go.
D Weezy wants to know who is the most disappointing defensive player this year for the Ravens. Great question, Hendo. Would you please answer
The
D
most
Weezy's question?
the most disappointing player has got to be
All right, so this
Odafe.
stream is about to come to an end. We thank you
David
all so much for
Ojabo.
tuning in. Make sure to like,
And
comment, subscribe,
wait
and
a
follow
minute,
for
wait a
more.
minute. Don't listen to her. Don't listen to her. It's David Ojabo. It has to be David Ojabo. Listen,
Yeah.
I hate the narrative, and this is why I'm so hard on draft picks. It's because of y'all. Y'all make it harder on the draft picks. But yeah, you too sometimes, Yolanda. Because for me, let rookies be rookies. Let rookies come in, make the plays they need to make, learn and develop. Every time we draft a rookie, see, we got that first round talent in the second round. He's going to be unstoppable when he gets healthy. No, he's not. No, he's not. I told y'all this was going to happen. I told y'all he was not going to be that guy. But, we got first round talent in the second round. So stop putting that expectation on these rookies. Let them come in and do them and not have to carry a certain position group because not everybody is special. Not everybody's generational. There are some guys that take a little bit longer to develop. David Ojabo has not developed, and he's been a healthy scratch for a majority of the season. Now, I saw an article, I didn't read it, but it was like, listen, have things changed for David Ojabo concerning this team? I didn't read it because I'm like, I already know. Like, they're phasing him out because he's got 3 sacks in 3 years. Maybe 4. And everybody got excited about, oh, man, he played 10 snaps and got 2 sacks. Okay. Let's see what he does in the long run.
I would absolutely have to agree with Hendo there. And
Marcus Williams is a good one.
What did you say?
I saw somebody put Marcus Williams. That's a good one.
Eddie Jackson.
Nah, no, I didn't. You listen, the guy was
But
coming
yeah,
off
Marcus
of
Williams because we paid him so much.
No, you know what? No, I don't blame Marcus Williams. I blame Eric DeCosta for making that sign.
No, he said the defensive player, not the personnel and the Ravens,
No. Listen, when you sign guys to that massive contract, go out and get the best guy that you can.
Yes.
Don't get the third best guy. Get the best guy that's available. So, we do it to ourselves. We go out here and we pursue guys that aren't at the top. They're close to the top. They're not at the top of the game. And then when they underperform, we're like, let's see what happened here. No, I expected him to come in and play well. And he did that first season. And he played decent with one arm last year. But he was not the best safety available. So it is what it is. I'm disappointed in the money. I'm disappointed in the guy that brought him in. You drafted a first round safety. He didn't need a $70 million safety.
Steeler Tings, no, we're not going to send Deontay back to you. We're just going to hoard him and keep him and warming the bench because that's clearly what we like to do.
Steeler Tings, listen. We're not going to do it. We're not going to do it, man.
We're not going to, and we're not going to release him. We're not going to. Here's what our plan is, right?
We're going to injure reserve him.
There you go. That's what we're going to do. So if you want fun fact, here you go. We're giving you how the story ends. We're not going to use him even after his suspension is up. We're not going to use him. We're going to stash him. We're going to IR. We're going to do something. to where he doesn't play just to continue to hold him so that a contending team such as yourself or Kansas City or whoever doesn't pick him up. So
But
there you
I
go.
got something even better for you.
All right.
Because we are a generous franchise. We are a loving franchise. You know, we will
I
give you
see.
an Odell Beckham Jr. We will give you an Odell Beckham Jr. There you go. And I don't want to hear any excuses. Please come back next week. Please come back next week. I don't want to hear
Oh,
any
steal a
excuses
tings. I'll be looking for you now.
because George Pickens might not be playing next week.
But Hendo, how do you give away somebody else, a player that's not on our team? Like, how do you do that? I mean, I know he was just released today. He's
It's
not a.
generosity. It's the season of giving.
That doesn't make sense to me, but okay. Hey there, Big Woke. He wants to know if we somehow win the Super Bowl this season, keyword somehow, okay, will
Uh-huh.
these streams become a permanent thing? Now, that is a fantastic question. Hendo,
Oh, why do you keep going to me? Listen, okay, you know what? I'll make you this. I'll make you this deal. If we win the Super Bowl, we can make this a permanent thing.
and if we don't win the Super Bowl, we can
It
still.
dies on the vine, shrivels
Osmond.
up like raisins.
Osmond says Lamar doing this well behind our questionable O line will be our biggest asset for the rest of the season. Yeah, absolutely.
Mm,
Absolutely. I just hate, Osmond, though, that we place so much what I'm going to call unfair
mhm,
responsibility and weight
mhm.
on Lamar because we refuse to mandate that other players do their jobs, other players step up.
All right.
That's the only problem. But I think, to your point, you are right. You are absolutely right. So,
Yeah, and it's crazy. It's crazy because the saying it be your own people. Like that is a real thing. It be the people closest to you that do you the wrongest. I just not about an hour or so ago, got off the internet and was on the Baltimore Ravens website. And I think it was giving up like something about key matchup for the game, something that we need to do for this game, and it said Lamar Jackson has to improve his accuracy. It be your own people.
hmm
No, how about you get him some real weapons? How about you get him some real blockers?
yeah,
Do that. Talk about that aspect of it. But I guess they don't want John Harbaugh to block him. So
yeah, I guess so. Philip says, yeah, I don't
hey,
know what's up with Ojabo. I don't know either. Robert, thanks for being here. I have a question for you. So
what's that?
last night in the stream, I asked, what
Are you
is
talking? You talking to me?
no, I'm talking to Robert. I
Okay,
said,
good
hey,
enough.
Robert, thanks for being here. I'm glad you're here. I have a question for you.
Fair enough.
Wait a minute. Wait now. Wait. Wait.
Don't make me Baltimore Raven New York Giant you.
Anyway, so last night we were talking in the stream, Chris, Board. That was the name you chose. I was asking about what offensive player you wanted to see have a really good game. And then somewhere in the chat, you put Chris Board. Tell me why. I know he's a defensive player, but
He's
why
played
do you
well.
want to see Chris Board have a good game? I meant to ask you that last night and I didn't. So I'd like to know.
Played well. He's a French player. Keep his career going.
Yeah, but we don't like, to me, we don't use him hardly any,
I mean,
sparingly.
we did
Very,
when Roquan was out.
yeah. And Roquan was only out for a moment.
But you never know when injury is going to hit you, and you're going to need that guy to come in and step up. And he needs his confidence, especially going into this playoff run. Especially if you know he can be counted on. Now they can rotate players and keep those players fresher. So now we don't have to play people a lot of snaps. Roquan. I don't know what he's done over this bye week, but he's been eating for the season. He could have been out there partying. He might need a breather. He might need to hit that helmet. Man, come on,
Mm,
take me out. Take me
mm.
out.
I think so too, Agnes. I think likely he's going to have a really good game. He needs to.
Y'all keep saying that.
I mean, this is
Listen, one day it's gonna come true. A broken clock is right twice a day.
twice a day. No, but he needs to against this defense, against, the Giants as a whole. Like he needs to. He needs to.
And if he doesn't,
We'll
do we
be
have the
back the
conversation?
next week. Here's the answer. If he doesn't, we'll be back the following week against the Steelers. I really think Isaiah Likely is going to have a big game. Okay. All right. Rave Kingdom wants to know, will we draft another injured player? Probably. That's what
You
we
asked that
do.
question. You asked that question knowing the answer.
We probably
Yes.
will. We
There's
will.
going to be there's going to be a cornerback who was projected to go high second round, and in the fourth round, the Ravens are going to take a flyer on him. I guarantee it.
Mm, yeah. Yeah, I wasn't that high on Eddie Jackson either, Philip, but
Who? What? Who? Why did y'all think? Why did y'all think that this man was going to sit on waivers all that time and be a free agent? And I'm not waivers, but just be a free agent that all that time, and then finally the Ravens coming in like, yeah, here we go. We got that third safety. Who needs Justin Simmons? We got an Eddie Jackson. And where's Eddie Jackson at now? Down the street from me.
mhm. Lonely Therapy wants to know, question, hey Yolanda, hey there. I never seen the video of you talking about the two tight end plays like the Patriots did. Hmm.
It's because we don't got two tight ends like the Patriots did.
I mean, I've done videos about like two tight end sets and um
Yeah.
how it really can be a weapon. It is on my channel where it's in one of the playlists. I can't recall which one. I know I did a um football 101 series where I did like each position group, and I kind of articulated that. But I can't remember if it's in that series or the current one that I'm doing for the month of December, where I really talk about. I think it's in that one because it's the use of 21 personnel. So I think it's in that video where I highlight how effective a team's offense can be utilizing. Did I say 21 personnel? I meant to say 12. If I said 21, I'm sorry, but using 12 personnel. So I think it's there.
Just because you use that personnel, you got to have the people to run it.
I
We listen,
said,
listen.
I
We
said
don't
it.
have
We've
Aaron
seen.
Hernandez. We don't have Aaron Hernandez and Gronkowski. We don't have those two type players. Now, yes, Mark Andrews has played better, and Isaiah Likely has shown that he can dominate a game. But we don't have those two guys. And somebody told me one time I had to find who it is because he was like, "You idiot! Don't you know that Todd Monken ran a two tight end system down in Georgia?" And I'm like, I'm fully aware of that. But what does that have to do with the NFL? He had mismatches darn near every position. Yes, he ran that. He doesn't have those two same tight ends. So it's not that system's not going to work with us because he has yet to find a way to get Likely and Andrews involved in a game simultaneously.
Hi, Lauren. Welcome in to the show.
Hello.
Thank you for being here. Let
Appreciate
us
you.
know if you are a Ravens fan or a
What's
Giants
up,
fan
Dre?
or any fan of any team. Dre, Mr. Galloway, good to see you. Thank you for being
I
here.
got my swagger back. It's my guy.
Yes,
Make sure y'all check out his channel. Listen, if you love hip hop, if you love music, make sure to check out my man, Mr. Galloway. He does his own original content. He has a buddy that makes beats. I'm telling you, it's very, very dope content. Check my man out. It's my man from back in the days.
I love that. Yeah, definitely go and watch Hendo, well, Mr. Galloway, and he's
I'm in there a
sometimes
little bit.
joined.
I'm in there.
Yeah, he's sometimes joined by Hendo, and they have very good dialogue, very good discussion, and give you a rich history in the culture and the music of hip hop. So make sure you
Yes, because my man Dre was born before hip hop.
see, Dre. I was just gonna leave it right there. I wasn't
My
taking
man
it
was
any.
my man was born. He was born without hip hop, so he knows what it's like to live
I'm
a
not
world
even
without
going
hip
to
hop.
go there. Yes, David wants to know what happened to the wide receiver that we drafted, Tez Walker,
He can't play. Listen,
North
y'all
Carolina.
y'all think about you see you already know. Y'all think I'm be playing
You
when I say
do.
never draft a wide receiver from Florida, never draft
See,
a wide
I
receiver from
knew we
North
were going
Carolina,
there.
and it has nothing to do with shade against those two schools. It's just historically, especially with the Ravens not being able to draft wide receivers personally, we can't develop wide receivers, and a lot of those receivers need to be developed. And Yolanda, this may be before you were a Ravens fan, but we drafted Travis Taylor in the first round from out of Florida during our Super Bowl run.
Go Gators.
He was a big miss. He was a big, humongous miss. And ever since then, I just watched the progression of Florida wide receivers. You've had a couple here and there that have done well. Percy Harvin was decent. He was a better returner than he was a wide receiver, but they just don't have him. North Carolina, as far as wide receivers go, eh. But Tez Walker, like he transferred from a tiny college to North Carolina. He didn't really do well there. And for some reason, people thought that part year production that he had was going to translate to the NFL. Yes, he can take the top off of defense. A lot of guys can take the top off of defense, but if you can't play and you're not structurally sound in your technique and your route running, it's not going to work. If I don't believe they're going to throw you the ball, you can run nines all day long. You can run those routes all day. Teams just don't believe him. And if the Ravens don't believe in him enough to at least put him on the field a couple of times to see what he can do, why do y'all think that he's going to come in and do something? And like Osmond said, EDC drafted him. You know he can't play.
See, okay, all right. I'm going to move on now. There was another question that came from Big Reg. How
Yes,
much
Florida wide receiver, stay away from him. That is correct, Reg.
How much will it hurt if the Giants win on Sunday? And will it be enough to cause change in Baltimore? Ladies, gentlemen, that's a Big
That's a great
Reg has
question.
asked the $1,000,000 question here tonight. That is like, I mean, mic drop on that question. How much will it hurt? And will it be enough to cause change? Hendo.
I want to say yes, but with the state of everything that has gone on now, I don't think so. Now, back in the day, the Ravens lost a game to the previously winless Miami Dolphins with Brian Billick as the head coach. Even though Brian Billick got an extension, canned him the next season. If the Ravens were to lose to this Giants team, which is a lot worse than that Dolphins team that we lost to, if we lose, there should be change. There has to be structural, organizational change that comes about. But Machadi likes continuity. He believes in John Harbaugh. I don't think that there's anything that John Harbaugh can do outside of losing every single game for the rest of the season for us to make any significant change. But if we lose to them, I'm not going to hold back at all.
Mm, mm, Well,
You just gonna
listen.
see a bunch of strings and me just a bunch of videos. Me just going beep 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 beep. Hardball beep 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 beep.
EDC,
Machadi EDC beep 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 beep. That's all. That's
Sashi
about gonna be my
Brown.
whole string. Now, Sashi Brown, you good with me?
Like him. Yeah, if we lose that, like Agnes said, that would be a crushing blow, devastating.
Yeah,
And I don't know. I don't know how I would handle it. Um,
yeah.
I,
Because then it
I
might carry over next week to the Steelers.
that's what I'm saying. When I look at it in proper perspective, meaning we have 10 days and 3 games in those 10 days coming up. We
Yeah,
lose to the Giants. Then following that, we have the Steelers and then the Texans and
right.
then the Browns. So I don't know if I don't know. I mean, we promised to stream, we promised to have content this month. So I have to be a woman of my word, but it would be tough. Is it enough to cause change? No, no, I don't think so. I think at
Unfortunately,
a minimum, the way
Jeff.
change can be effectuated or even brought to the table is if we make it to the AFC Championship and lose. Then I think we're starting to see something that looks like or feels like Harb's in the hot seat. Absent that, we have 4 games left. Even if we go 2-2, I hope we don't. But even if we go 2-2, I still don't think that that's enough
It's not.
for conversations to be had.
So look, all right. Last 2 minutes of the game. Ravens are down by 2. Lamar's driving them down the field. 3 seconds left on the clock. Justin Tucker lines up for a 46-yard field goal. Do you have confidence that he's going to make it? All right, next question.
Yeah.
Your
Okay.
face says enough.
Yeah. And I'm
All
with
right,
you,
well, let me.
Osmond. I don't want to talk about it either, but we promised to answer questions. So, but yes, we can move on from that. That'd be tough. So
All right, I got
if you
something.
have,
So, I got something. So, everybody in the chat, Yolanda, you as well, give me your bold predictions for this game, if you have one or some. I need bold predictions, and I want them to be bold.
Odafe Owe with 4 sacks. Let's get it.
I didn't say miracle like. I said bold.
We're playing the Giants.
I wish
Odafe
you
Owe in one game was able to get 2 sacks.
He
with
used up all
ease.
his.
With
He
ease,
used
I
up.
might.
He used up all his Super Mario Bros. Stars. He has no more. He has no more power
I
ups.
gave you my bold prediction. Odafe Owe, 4 sacks this game. There you go.
All right. Now, realistically,
3 sacks this game. There you go. That's bottom line. I'm not
I
going
mean,
any lower than that. That's my bold prediction. Bare minimum, 3 sacks for Odafe Owe. There you have it. What about you, Hendo?
my bold prediction is Lamar Jackson passes for 400 yards, 5 touchdowns, and a perfect passer rating. That's my bold prediction for the game, and it's going to happen.
Mm.
Oh yeah. I'm pouring. Listen, I might pour. I don't drink, and I might pour a drink too. I see Justin Tucker line up for the field goal. I'm just be shaking like, oh Lord.
Why do you have to do that, Justin Tucker? Like, why? Just why? Yeah, David, every game from now on is a playoff game. True enough. Really. We've put ourselves in that position, 8-5.
Yeah.
And, so
But we made the playoffs though. That's the only thing I think is John Harbaugh saving grace. We've made the
we
playoffs
made the play. So
because
that's, yeah, sorry. Go ahead.
because let's see, Denver Denver plays the Chargers, Denver plays the Colts. Like they all the teams below the Ravens play each other. So somebody's catching losses. So therefore, as long as we don't lose out, we are going to be in the playoffs. And because of that, John Harbaugh keeps his streak alive. He keeps his job. But yeah, I mean, technically, it should be viewed as a playoff game. It should be viewed as we need this win to build confidence, to build momentum, because the teams that normally win the Super Bowl aren't the teams with the greatest record. It's not the teams that played
No,
well during the beginning of the season. It's
no.
the teams that catch fire late and go on that momentum swing and just carry it over into the playoffs. So if we can do that, if the defense and offense, like you said before, can play well together in these same games,
Hmm.
we should be unstoppable, because when we are on our ish, there is nobody in this league that can beat us. But for some reason, we just can't seem to put defense, offense, special teams, coaching. We just can't seem to put it all together for one game, except for the Buffalo game. I hope we see him again.
Me too. Me too. Dr. Ilwan, I like it. AD, our Darius Washington gets a pick and we win by 25. Lovely.
That could
Family,
happen.
if you have a question, type fast. We are getting ready to wrap up tonight's show.
Oh,
Let us know if you have a question. Otherwise, if not, we will see you back tomorrow.
whoa,
Video,
day.
video. Wait, you didn't let me
Oh,
finish.
oh,
If you do
oh.
not have a question, we will see you back tomorrow on our respective channels in video form. You'll also see us back on Sunday after the game, Sunday night, where we will live stream and recap the win against the Giants. So I don't see any questions. So thank you with that, everyone. We will say goodnight. Hendo, would you let everyone know where they can find you and what you are working on this season on YouTube and around the internet streets?
You can find me on The Road Pod on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, TikTok, and Blue Sky. I normally work on videos most of the time, but I have not been doing that because Yolanda has been here in the streaming streets.
You're
So you
welcome.
can catch us. We'll be streaming for most of the month, but we do have the 31-day challenge going on where we will deliver content to you every single day of the month. This is entering week 3, so I have 3 shorts in my pockets that I can use, so I can just skip some videos and make some shorts. But outside of that, I just be out here doing my thing, trying to entertain people. Trying to get my subs up, trying to
Yeah,
get the engagement, trying to do things, trying to make something of this YouTube journey.
absolutely. And we appreciate all of your support. You come day after day, week after week, month after month, year now after year. So thank you. We do have one final question from 86 Ghost. When is the next 2-hour stream? Hendo?
What? Oh, December 25th.
That's the game. Anyway, family, you all
That
take
answers the question.
it does.
Does
It
it?
really
Does it not?
it does.
Listen.
It does.
Well,
If
no.
you
Before you go, tell the people what video you got coming out tomorrow.
tomorrow I have another video in my series on I'm learning more about football and I'm sharing my knowledge with everyone that what I've learned. So tomorrow is I think yes, it is zone coverage versus man coverage. What's the difference and how can you spot it when you're watching the game? Ooh, it's a really good one. So
One
please make sure to tune in for that on my
excellent
channel
video.
tomorrow. And we will see you tomorrow and definitely on Sunday after the
So
game. Good
Tanya,
evening, Tanja. Thanks for being here. Make sure on your way out, double tap the like button for us. We really appreciate it.
yes,
And we will
'cause
see you.
I think I'm one sub away from 5,600.
Oh no, then
One.
we have to stay
Oh,
until we
wait.
get we ain't
Oh,
gotta
wait.
stay. I know I heard you say.
They can do that offline.
Yeah, exactly. Yes, Osman. On my channel, I will be releasing a video tomorrow. What is the difference between zone coverage and man coverage and how you can spot it when you're watching the game? Because it was
And you
tough for me
might
to, and I still struggle sometimes. I'm like, is that zone? Are they in zone? Are they in man? So I've given you a couple of secrets on how to
right.
easily identify the difference and spot it when
And
you're
then
watching the game.
they might get a pop-up stream tomorrow night.
Ooh, might get a pop-up stream. Turn on your post notifications because you don't want to
Oh
miss
no, not for me
content.
though. Not for me though.
Not for me. My mom's birthday. I have to
I
take
didn't
my.
say for either one of us.
Oh,
Somebody in the crew might be streaming tomorrow. So
yeah, somebody might. Does it cover combo man zone coverage? This one does not. This one does not. But that might be something that I need to write down and add for a future video. Thank you for the suggestion. Combo of zone man and man. I think I touched on it just a little bit, how the two can,
you did. You
intertwine.
did a little bit.
Yeah, I touched
You
on it
did.
just a little bit, but I didn't really give an expansive explanation, but I did touch on it a little bit. So, all right. Well, thank you for joining. We will see you very soon. Until next time, you take care, stay safe, and always remember, go
Fire
Ravens.
job.